Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Well, I'm here editing the video from the Fortress of Louisbourg last night and it was amazing, so fun. There's not much captured. Unfortunately, I didn't film everything. There was over 36 people, something like that there, plus the investigators. So I tried to not get people in it, but I mean, you will see some people, and I was just trying to avoid them as much as possible just for privacy. And I'm sure you can respect that. This was the first group investigation I've been on, and I'm hoping to do more, maybe more small groups, so that, you capture more that way. But there was some really fun stuff that happened. So last night, let me just catch you up. You will see some stuff in the video, but the stuff that you're not going to see, unfortunately, is some stuff I caught on my Spirit Talker and then the Necrometer. I wish I could have captured that, and I am going to try my best to make that happen in the next one, and I'm sure there will be a next one. Maybe not the fortress, although that would be totally cool because there was some stuff happening there. Anyway, so last night we get at the fortress probably around 5:45 p.m. and it's light here until roughly 8:30, quarter to 9. It was super hot here in Cape Breton yesterday. Low to mid 30 degrees Celsius, which is, I believe, in the 80s. So it was a beautiful day. I'm a little sunburnt, as you can see. However, when you go to Louisbourg, it's along the North Atlantic, so the temperature can vary. And once I got there, even though it was in the 30s when I left home, by the time I arrived to Louisbourg, it was only 15 degrees Celsius, and I needed to change out of my shorts into long pants, put socks and sneakers on. Thank goodness I knew ahead of time and brought that stuff with me, along with a rain jacket, because it can get foggy and drizzly in Louisbourg as well, which it did near the end of the night, and it did get fairly chilly. It only dropped a few degrees, however, the weather is unpredictable. Now, the actual events that happened, so I brought with me a backpack with some gear in it. So I had this, which is a voice recorder, and I did do 2 sessions with this. Nothing captured on either, and I listened with headphones after I got home while I was editing the video footage, and there was nothing. But I did get to use an EMF reader, and that did get some hits. So the EMF reader, that was really cool. We went to the bakery, the hotel, and a warehouse. Then after the majority of people left, those staying overnight, which I chose to stay overnight, although I didn't actually stay, I came home, only for the comfort of my own bed. But those of us that stayed also did another warehouse, the British prison, and outside one of the most haunted homes. So again, I did try to capture a few bits here and there, and you will see that. I did capture, I believe, some EVPs, although not on my digital recorder, but just on my camera mic. Then we did try an Estes method. That wasn't really great, but I think it was more because there were too many people and too many things going on. So there was 9 people plus 2 investigators. So I think personally that it was just too many people. And the next time I get to do something like this, which I hope is really, really soon, because I had so much fun, I would love to try the Estes method, but with really nobody else there, just like the small group doing the Estes, because I think it could be really, really cool. Now, while we were doing, let me back up. Let's back up. So when we first get there, I'm getting some B-roll, and you also go into the tavern. That's where everybody was like conversing and getting to know each other, because we're all strangers pretty much. Having a few drinks, and I have the Spirit Talker app and the Necrometer running. And on the Necrometer, it comes up with Haunted Doll. Well, when we do like a full walkthrough kind of haunted tour with the whole group, one of the last stops, the tour guide says that inside the house we were stopped in front of, there was a haunted doll. And I nearly dropped because I had no idea there was a doll on site. I mean, sure, that's a reasonable assumption, but I really didn't know. It didn't clue in. I was thinking maybe somebody brought a doll with them, but I was pretty shocked that the guide validated what I had seen in the tavern hours before. A few other things that had come through were names, the right side or the right hand, the left side. So there was some positive and negative spirits. There, of course, it's a battle site, so if you're going to get that negative side, that's a good assumption as well. But I was going by what the Spirit Talker and the Necrometer were feeding me, and then trying to develop questions and conversation off that. Also listening to what was going on. I really didn't hear anything until we got to the hotel. So we go to the hotel, and I was given from one of the investigators an EMF reader. Just a small little, not the typical one with the multiple lights that go, but just a small little one that has a red light that goes off and it vibrates. So I was given that to kind of play with, and so I went on my own. I didn't want to be with the main group because I thought there's too many people, so I kind of wanted to go out on my own. So I went down to a little corner of the building, and that's when I got my first hit. And I wish I had my camera, but as just me, it's hard to hold my camera and the EMF and trying to get all that filmed. So anyway, I did get a picture in that room, in that area, but there was nothing in the picture. I will put it in the video and let you know that this is where I was getting the EMF readings. And also, then I joined in a group that were doing like the Spirit Talkers. Not a spirit box, but the same app that I was using. So I had my voice recorder off as it is right now. You can see that it's off. There's the on off button here. So if I click it down, you will see it comes on. Okay, and there's 2 recordings, although the camera's backwards right now. So there's 2. And then I click it again, and it goes to hold, which is off. Okay, so it's off in my bag. And we have the EMF reader that I'm using, and we place it down on the table away from people. There's 9 of us in this area. So we start communicating with something. We don't know what, but we start communicating and the EMF is going off. Then it's kind of like the EMF light is dimming. So I have some extra battery packs, like external batteries for my cell phone to plug into in my backpack. And I go to grab my backpack to bring it up to the table I'm standing by to grab one so I can say to the spirits, you can go ahead and use this energy. And as I grab my backpack, only by the handle, mind you, and I'll show you. Okay. So this is the bag. It was in here. So it was in with the battery packs. Just like this. Just in there. And I grab it by the handle. And as I do grab it by the handle, so I'm not pressing on this at all, my voice recorder starts playing. So I open up this area and I grab the voice recorder. And again, 9 people there. Witnesses galore. So I grab it and I try to turn it on and off, multiple times. Not just like this. I was actually clicking it. And it wouldn't turn off. It played the session I had recorded in another location. It played the whole thing, 1 minute and 51 seconds, I think it is. Let me just double check. Yep, 1 minute, 51 seconds. You can see that. Session 1. Session 2. Session 1. 1 minute, 51 seconds. I don't know it's backwards, but you can see that. So it plays the whole thing, and then once it finishes, it shuts off, and I'm able to turn it on and off just as normal. So we ask, was that you that manipulated my voice recorder? And of course, the EMF went off as a indication of yes. And then one of the girls that were there, her Spirit Talker app put out, are you scared or are you frightened or something like that? And I laughed and said, no, I'm actually super impressed. Like, that was really cool. Then we asked for some knocks, but we didn't really get anything. And then later on, I asked again for a knock, and we all shut up and we listened. And a Spirit Talker said, sit and listen. So we did. And we heard faint knocks. Perfect. But again, I didn't have my camera up, so I didn't capture that. And I apologize, guys, but that's the way it goes when you're in a big group and you don't want to bring out your camera. I'm not camera shy. I had it out quite a lot, but I just didn't want other people's, images in there if they weren't comfortable with that. So you're going to have to take my word for it. But there were witnesses there that also heard it. And then what was the other biggest thing? Well, you'll see it in the video. And I do make note of it at the end, so you'll see that. But I did, the very biggest thing that happened was I saw a full-bodied apparition, all in white, walking through the backyard of the last house we were at. And I thought there were 2 of the group that were out on the road, and I thought it was one of them. And I said to the investigator that was standing beside me, who had a headlamp on, I said, oh my God, who's that? And I pointed in the direction. And he turned his head so his headlamp was facing in that direction. And it was an empty yard with a fence. So I think it was a residual, because it looked like it walked right through the fence area. I don't know, but apparitions are often sighted at the Fortress of Louisbourg. We heard knocks, we heard footsteps, we heard a lot of things. So if you're ready, guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. I hope you do enjoy it. If you do, make sure you like it. So if you're not already subscribed, subscribe below. I would really appreciate the subscribers because I'm a small YouTuber really trying to grow. Please help a girl out. I really would appreciate it. And share this so that other people see it as well. With that said, let's jump into the video. And that's it. Enjoy.
What gave us the main telling that was the surgeon's house was the pile of disembodied limbs. The big one there, not the little tiny one up top. The big one. So, sorry. And then at the end end of the ghost tour, these two come running up to me. I was in the tavern, and saying, "There's a window. There's a stone building on a corner. You can't which one." It's like, okay, you just got to take me there, because which is so weird because there's a little desk in front of that windowsill. There's like some safety pins. I don't love in there a lot.
It is Douaget, it's the one next to the bakery, correct? It's Douaget.
I'll start off with right in behind the wall you're standing at. There's a well, and this door clears low. And later that night, there was a lovely gentleman. I wish I could remember his last name. He was very good
If you guys are using this,
Look, this is my birthday present right here. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, no, I was just gonna simply show people, so just don't touch it. Don't touch it there. So if something comes in the range, that's how you're going to know. And this little blue antenna is for the temperature. Okay, so if you want to use this and move about, you would need to hold it down.
it goes off, you got somebody there. If I see somebody there, I'm the first one out the door. You guys can follow.
Remember, move slowly, call the floor, don't fall in your panic. But we had last night, the other group was investigating here and they used an SLS camera. Is there anybody that doesn't know what an SLS
I was interested. I photographed him last time.
Oh, yes.
Does anybody have purple hair? I wonder if anybody downstairs
Yeah.
does.
What's purple hair?
It came up on my thing, purple hair.
Okay, because I'm getting run. Don't go there.
On another one I had, on another app I
I don't know
had,
what app it is.
this one is Spirit Talker, the other one I have, Necrometer is on my camera, on my other phone, and it says, when we first got in here, go up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
When we first got to the job, it's really to me.
well, but I mean, are you guys gonna stay for the EVP? Okay, so basically what, I'm recording, by the way, and I'm gonna edit out, and if you don't wanna be in it, I'll edit you out, that's not a problem. I do post on YouTube, so. So what I do is, I've never done this before, as like a group. but I introduce myself, and then when I ask a question, there's like at least a 10 to 15-second delay before the next person asks a question. And so we can all take turns if you want, if you feel okay with that, or you can just sit and listen. That's completely okay too.
I do it.
All right, so where's the chair? There it is. All right, I can't see this thing is on. It's been years since I've actually done this thing out. All right, well, before I start the EVP, I just want to say to anyone that's here, any spirits, only spirits of the light, spirits that are positive are allowed to come in. Only spirits from the right. All right. I'll place it down so there's no interference with me. All right, my name is Barbara, and I'd like to start this EVP session. First, I'd like to say, who's here with us? You want to go next?
Yeah. We'd like to communicate with nice, kind souls that are lost.
Let's communicate with those who can help us guide our way. I'd like to communicate with souls of the light that can guide us.
Who's here with us?
And I'll end with who are Julian and Noah. Now let's see if we got anything. I didn't hear anything.
No, I think because of the noise downstairs.
I think so too. I think you're right. All right, well, that was a bust for the first try, but night's young and it's not even dark yet. Is there anyone here with us?
There. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The other one here, if anybody wants to try
We're
the.
here for the
Who's
first
here with
time,
us?
and we want to know if there's any spirits willing to talk to us.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Can you give us your name?
Step around, get some different gear, see if you get anything come through.
Yep. I've asked her to. So far.
See if you can give us your name.
All night we haven't, there hasn't been anything coming
No.
through the spirit box or.
If there's anyone around or anyone in the other buildings near us, you're welcome to join us. We'd like to communicate. My name is Barbara. You can speak through my friend in front of me. Who's here with us? Is anyone here?
No, it sounds like we, the odd time, but nothing 100%.
Calling to any positive spirits here at the Fortress of Louisbourg.
We're guests. We're walking around, but we're hoping that there's somebody that wants to talk to us. Can you communicate with us?
There's another session going on beside us. Do you hear them?
You can use your energy to manipulate the radio frequency. It'll make words, we'll understand it. Ooh, that was a strong one. Wait.
There was a voice, but the word didn't make sense.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That sounded like my
We hear a
name.
woman's voice. Is there a
What's her
woman
name?
that's trying to come
Aaron.
through?
Maybe that's okay.
Did you just say Aaron's name?
So let's do some of Lily's voices now.
You can talk through her.
Can the woman spirit that's trying to come through speak to us, please?
She's sitting beside some whiskey barrels. They look like whiskey barrels anyway. Maybe that'll entice you to come be her friend. There's a nice big harvest basket beside her on the other side.
Okay, did you get any readings?
We'd like to know if there's anyone here to communicate, so please speak clearly to Aaron.
So they can, yeah, so that's a good spot too. So they can- Now, we had the base spread. They changed it.
Is there anyone walking outside?
Voice.
Sorry?
What was that?
She said there was a faint voice.
Oh.
Is it?
Oh, God.
Is that okay?
That was two people talking at once, but I didn't get it.
Okay, you're coming through now, but you need to speak one at a time through the device so Aaron can hear you correctly. So slow it down and just speak one at a time.
If you understand, can you say yes? hard to think of what to ask.
When
Starting out.
just to start it, yeah. We're go ahead.
Could you start the conversation? Just asking them.
Oh,
But
Sometimes you can get, so you can get, and it says, like,
can you give us anything? Otherwise, we're going to end the session. She's been under now for over 5 minutes, so we need something in order to continue.
There's something.
sometimes this gives us a little bit of time.
It's trying.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to muster up the energy? If so, you can take it from my battery pack I'm holding in my left hand.
See any change in that? I can have my glasses on.
Okay, I'm gonna tap it for a second.
Okay. Okay, so what's his name?
His name's Chris.
Okay, Chris is now gone under. He is now your voice. Again, you can use my battery pack if you need extra energy. You were having trouble with coming through for Aaron, and I told you you can use this energy. So go ahead and let us know if you're here. We want to confirm that somebody is trying to communicate with us.
Light.
I heard the light.
Right here? Is there somebody sitting to the left of Chris at this time? I'll give you 15 seconds to answer.
You can make the light go off by going close to that unit. You can make the light go off by trying to touch it. You can make the light go off if you make the temperature go up.
If you are to the left of Chris, can you just tap him on the shoulder?
I just changed the setting.
So, are you a spirit that comes into this place, or are you still trapped here? So we don't want to leave until we
Can you say a name of somebody who's in here, or tell us your name?
What?
Battery's gone.
Yeah, drain it?
Yep.
Come look at this. The battery's dead. It hasn't
You gave me this brand new.
I think the lights are flashing.
It's been flashing away. Is the red light for the battery indicator, or is it?
There's the battery
Yeah,
indication.
okay, so what are we?
Red
doing?
light's temperature.
Okay, so we are getting.
Okay, so we have nothing coming through, and now Chris has been under for over 3 minutes. We're only going to keep him under for another 2 minutes, so you're running out of time to let us know that you're here and you want to communicate with us.
This one is controlled by another.
And that's how loud I was speaking with you as well.
Yeah, I couldn't hear.
Are you raising the temperature?
That was perfect then.
That's not Jason.
So it's not showing.
Set the,
Are you raising the temperature?
I'm starting to feel sick to my stomach.
Oh, wow. A 15.3?
Like nauseous.
Okay, so that's good.
I almost feel like I'm
Like the fact that
under with Estes. You know how
Oh, really?
they say it can, if you're under too long, you can feel really sick and disoriented.
Are you trying to say something to Chris? let's get it back and then we'll just like this. And then we'll try again. Let's just look at it.
Yeah, he's over 5 minutes now.